Okay, this is X-Plane Airliner for the iPod Touch. Let's take a look here. We're going to be doing somewhat of a tricky landing today. The visibility is 1 mile, and the cloud base is about 150 feet. The runway sits at 30 feet, so that's not much of a difference. But we're going to land by the instruments. I'm going to see the whole process here. So let me go ahead and calibrate first, make sure we're all lined up. Alright, let's give it a whirl. Tuned in, and there are our controls right there. So as you can see, that little green thing turning right there, that is the beacon. I'm zooming in here so you can see the flight path. Zoom in a little bit. This is where you want to be lined up to. Over here, 2 lines constantly moving, telling you about glide slope and your approach to the runway. Okay, let's go ahead and take a whirl. And we're going to be flying from inside today because, well, that's really the only way you can do it. Constantly taking a look at these instruments. Constantly taking this instrument, you have to look at your airspeed, you have to remember where you are on your throttle, you got to remember your altitude, your rate of descent, your flaps, your gear. There's a lot of things to worry about. So we're just going to try and take it in nice and slow and see what happens. At the very end, hopefully the runway will be right in front of us. Zoom in a little bit, get a better view. Okay, I'm a little bit low and a little bit left. Put my flaps to 100. Okay, my airspeed is 179. It's a little fast. Altitude 650 feet. We're getting pretty close to the airport now. I'm a little bit low. Let's take a look outside. There it is. And a little bit low, and I think forgot to put the gear down. The flops are down. But I think this might turn into a decent landing. We're going about 150 knots. Pull up at the very end. Nice and easy. And that's not too bad at all. Let's take a look here, rewind a little bit. And there's the clouds. And whoop, so let's take a look from the outside. Can't really see anything. We'll come into play once we drop through the clouds. The visibility is 1 mile again. There it is. There's the runway. There's the airplane. Gear down to the last minute. Very last minute. And there it goes. Not a bad landing at all. Let's take one more look at this. And we're going to zoom in right there. The airport right over there. And let's see what happens. Not too bad. Not too bad. Until next flight.